Okay, welcome guys to the next Blender tutorial. Today we're going to be designing a kitchen. We're going to start off with a default cube. I'm just going to go ahead and put my screen keys on here. Don't seem to be on for some reason. Okay, let's start off with a default cube. We'll just scale this outwards just slightly. S to scale. Maybe a little bit too big, but to be honest with you, we're doing a lot of detail in this kitchen, so I'm just going to go to edit mode, and we're just going to loop cut some of this surface, I believe. Yeah, loop cut the middle, and then just quarter it out a little bit. So it should look something like this. Then we're going to go with these two sides. E for extrude. Now for the sides in the middle, we'll just quarter this out again. And what we want is multiple little parts, because these are going to be sticking out. So you should have something like this in the end, just multiple little rivets. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take every second one, just hold down shift. We could use that one if you wanted to. E for extrude. And then what we're going to do, go back to object mode. We'll go for cube. Press G, bring it up. Now if we press 7, it'll give you the top view. We'll go to X-ray. We're just going to scale this outwards. Press G, bring it across. Just scale it just on the outside there. Now this is going to be the top of the table. Scale it inwards. Press G, bring it down. So this will be the basic kind of kitchen cabinet that we're going to have in there. So the next thing we want to do, we want to make some stools and maybe a little bar that goes across the bottom here. So we'll go into cylinder, rotate 90 degrees, scale it outwards, and then scale it in. Press G, just bring it all on over even. I'll just place it in front here, so this is kind of like the footrest, because we're going to put some bar stools just right here. So the next thing that we want to do, maybe we'll make the bar stools. So go to add. We'll go for, just trying to think here, we'll go for a cube to make the seats with. So G, just bring it over. Scale it outwards just slightly, and then scale it down. Now I want to bevel the edges out here a little bit, so let's go with Control R. Just loop cut it a couple of times. And then we're going to get these sides just here and here. Oops. Just get all four corners there. And then just press S to scale. This should scale them in. And then what we're going to do, select the top faces. So shift and control, and then just click diagonally. E for extrude. And then just scale them inwards. So the bottom here, you can do the exact same if you want to. Just control shift, E for extrude, and just scale it in just slightly. So you've kind of got that cushion kind of feel to this. Shade smooth. So for the next part of the seat, we want to go add, go cube again, G, bring it over, And if you press 7 and then X-ray just over here in the corner, we can just get this underneath the seat. So to scale this outwards, you just want it to sit on the inside, just there. Scale it inwards. Press G, bring it up just to the bottom. And then we're going to do some legs with this as well. So we could do a cylinder, stretch down a little bit, bring it in. Press G, move it across. G to move it up. And what we want to do is we want to get this on all 4 corners. So I'm just going to press right click, shade smooth, press 7. And we can see the downwards view of where the actual legs are going to go. Shift D, bring that across. If this accidentally gets clicked, just double click it, it should click off. Make sure that you're not in with anything else, and then we're going to go Shift D, just bring those across. You want to make sure that the legs are roughly on the inside so that they're parallel here. So just select all 4, bring them up. So usually what I do is I kind of splay them out as well. I think they're a little bit too long for what we're doing, so I'm just going to scale these down. Press G, just bring that up. Now they're a little bit too straight, but this is how you should have them arranged once we move them outwards. So each one we could do maybe, you know what, I'm going to get rid of these 3. Press delete. Rotate this just slightly that way, and then rotate it just slightly that way. So as we said before, you should have these in all 4 corners. Just rotate them out just slightly. G just to move that up. Try to get the angle on this just a little bit more in depth. Okay, so now we could go Shift D, and now the leg is in the wrong position, so we're just gonna go rotate, and it should be 180. G, bring it over. Just rotate this one by 90, maybe? Actually, you know what I could do? I could Shift D these to the opposite side. Rotate this by 180. And then we'd have the opposite side angle of the actual leg itself. So now, in theory, if we go Shift D, and then we rotate 180, rotate 90 maybe. Should roughly be in the same position as what we were. Might take a little bit of adjustments. Yeah, I think that's okay. And then we'll take one of these bars right here. I just rotate it sideways so that it's flat. Scale it in. Doesn't matter if it's not perfect on your first go. Let me see. I'm just gonna put this as 7. Yeah, it's wonky. That's why I'm like looking at this, going like, why is that not working? Right. That should roughly be correct. So, once you've got this, we could take this bar as well, and we could duplicate this to the front. Could bring it down. So there's a little bit of a footrest underneath. And then we could elongate it as well. Takes a little bit of adjustments. And there we are. If we take the X-ray off, that's our kind of bar stool that we've got going on. So obviously the sizes aren't correct with these two because I've made it to be bigger. So G, just move it across to the table. Someone was actually commenting on one of my shorts videos. It was kind of funny actually because they didn't go to the full video to go see what it was, but they commented on the shorts video saying, oh, there was inconsistencies. It's like, yeah, okay. It was basically the one where I made a phone. And it wasn't a model of a phone or anything like that. It was just a random design that I'd made, and they were like, oh, it's inconsistent. And I'm like, inconsistent to what? This is not a model phone that I'm modeling. It's not an actual phone. So I don't know what they were trying to get at, but I think hate comments are going to come from everywhere eventually. But hate comments do tell me one thing: the channel's growing, and that's a great thing. So thank you for your hate comment. But yeah, you know, sometimes I won't do things the right sizes. Sometimes other people, they don't do things the right size. Sometimes it happens. But when it's a model where it's not actually a model of something, that's very different. Kind of weird actually. But anyway, enough of giving glory to haters. We've got 2 bar stools just here. Now we will do the textures and stuff on there, but at the moment I just want to build the parts of the kitchen. So I'm going to take this counter as well. I'm going to shade it smooth, and I might bevel it as well just a little bit. So moderators, bevel. But the reason why I'm telling the story is because, you know, everyone's got to start somewhere, and I know that a lot of you are literally starting from scratch and having someone comment and go, oh, well, it's inconsistent. Well, yeah, it might be, but it's a basic tutorial to help people learn how to use the software. So yeah, it's not going to be full detail. What can I say? You know, I started with basics and I'm moving on to the more hard stuff. But yeah, you get people like that in the world, I think. So we'll go with a cylinder. We're going to make some downwards lights. We'll go to edit mode. G, just to move it up. And we'll just go scale outwards, E for extrude, scale outwards, E for extrude. And then we're just going to extrude downwards until we get to this point. E for extrude, and then we'll scale it in just slightly. And then E for extrude, don't move it, scale it in slightly. E for extrude, and then scale it in slightly. And what we'll do, we'll go on the X-ray so we can see what's going on the inside. E for extrude, and then E for extrude again. I think, to be honest with you, having people make hate comments, it doesn't really affect me that much, because I just kind of see, like, maybe that person's going through something, and maybe they just had a bad day and they're just taking it out on somebody, you know what I mean? Just like, they just saw someone on the internet, and a lot of people, when they put hate comments on the internet, they don't think about the person behind the camera, really. It's like we're nothing to them. But yeah, it says more about them than it does about me, so yeah, everyone's got to start from somewhere. I mean, like, you're going to get hate comments when you start doing your artwork and stuff like that. Because it just happens. You know what I mean? People can be horrible sometimes. So, right. This one, if I can get this face in the middle. E for extrude. And then just scale it over. Kind of thing. So it's got a dome. Scale inwards. And then I'm just going to right click and shade smooth. So this one is going to be the lighting coming from the top. So I'm going to do a little wire with a cylinder. G to bring it up. Scale down. Right click, shade smooth. And then we will place, I think it took out the original light. So if you're not already on cycles, go to this part right here, which is render. Switch EV out to cycles, and then you should have this. So what I would like to put in here is a light. We're going to go G, just bring it up. Oops. No, we don't want that one. That's really weird. I swear I just added a light. Let's go with point. Press G, just bring it up. Place it inside of the lights fixture here. Go to the data side of the light. I'll just pull that up. I'm going to make it slightly yellow, kind of a yellowy orange. So you kind of got that soft glow. So now with this slide as well, if I just go back to the main render, just box selects this. So we're just going to make this smaller. Then we're going to have 3 of them. So one here, Shift D, just kind of sat neatly over the table. I think that was 1 on the number pad, by the way. So that was center, and then that one there. So when we render this out, it'll have 3 nice little lights going on at the top. So the lighting underneath as well, I wanted to do that one. So let's add a cylinder, alpha rotate, 90 degrees, scale it across, scale it down. Press G to bring it up. It's going to scale across and then scale it down again so it's a bit thinner. G up at the front. I'm just going to sit it just underneath. And we're going to make this an emission, so new, principal BSDF, and then we're going to go to emission, make it slightly orange, and then just increase the strength. So we should end up with something that looks like this. So we've got that nice underglow of the table, and the lighting on top as well. We'll fix some of the strengths of the lighting as well as we go along. And what I want to do really is take these 3, just put them a little bit more central on the table. Let's press G, move it across. So, as for the rest of the kitchen, we could do some nice sideboards in the background as well. So add, and then we'll go to cube, press G, bring it across. Gonna scale it upwards, press G, and just bring it up to roughly the size of this cabinet right here. We can use the exact same tabletop for the rest of the place. So we're gonna go G, bring it over. So this is the back of the kitchen now. Just gonna go scale, bring it across. And then what I'm gonna do is loop cut it just about here. And then we'll take this face and we'll just go E for extrude. Press G, bring it across. We just want it to make a little bit of an island kind of space. I'd say that's long enough for a little corridor there. And then from this side we're going to do a plane. Rotate it by 90. Scale upwards. Go to edit mode. Take the side face just right here. E for extrude. Put it at a right angle. Bring the G over there. G over to this way. So now we've kind of got this little nook that's going on. So now we want to just expand these just a little bit. So most of the time there's like a fridge kind of freezer thing going on with some of the backgrounds. Let me see. Yeah, you kind of have like little blocks of fridges and stuff like that. So this, we will Shift D, bring it up so you've got a secondary counter. Scale it down just a little bit. Then from here I think we'll add the ceiling. So I'm just going to take the floor, Shift D, you can bring the floor up. So right now the floor is straight above, but we need to see what we're doing, so I'm just going to put the floor all the way up, leave it where it is. So as regards to adding kind of texture or colour to any of this, because at the moment it's just kind of untextured, there's no underlighting or anything like that, we can use the shade tab, which is going to look a lot better than just a materials tab. Right, okay, I'm back. I was desperate for a drink, like my throat was just like really dry. So let's go to shading tab. We'll start to edit some of these colours in. So for this one, we're going to want to go new. I always name them at the moment, just to make sure that I don't lose anything. So we'll go brass colour. So what you want is some consistency within your pieces as well whilst you're making them. So this one's going to be a brass kind of colour. We'll go for a metallic. Bring it up a little bit, take the roughness down. If you want to, you can add some scratches to it. So we go Veroni texture, stick colour to roughness. You kind of get this little texture going on. So if you don't want all the little bumps on it, just go to the bump node, put colour to height, and you get all these little scratches going on. So I'm just going to make this a little bit deeper, so it's more of a brass. So when you render it out, you can't really see it that well because there's no backlighting, but there are little knocks to it. So this is the brass colour. This one, when you come to it, you want to click brass colour. This one, when you want to come to it, you want to click brass colour. I thought my dog walked and then I saw something move below me. It probably was my dog walking in and out. So this one, we want to go new. We're going to go for... Oh, come on. This one's going to be black. Wire. Turn that one down, and then we take this one and we just go for black wire. This one is black wire, so when we render this, we've got this kind of effect going on. So, as regards to these seats, you're going to want a bump node, or you're going to want some texture nodes and stuff like that. So we'll go new. We'll add for bump. We'll go normal to base color. Kota! Hey boy! Hey boy! Come on! Come on! Hi Kota. So base color for bump, and then we want noise. Yes, my dog's here. I wasn't imagining things, he is actually here. Yeah, right boy. So for this one we want also the color ramp. You can make this whatever color you want to. To be honest with you, I think I'm just going to mess around with the detail a little bit and the distortion. So it kind of has this kind of like tiger kind of look to it. You don't want it too much though. I'm just going to turn down the strength on that just a little bit. So it looks a little bit puffy, but it's not. So, this, someone's posted something. It's like 9 o'clock at night. Come on, Blender. Right, I'm just going to take it off the render mode because it's struggling a little bit. And we're going to go to this material. We did not name it. Let's put this as seats. We'll go seats 2 there as well. So this material here we're going to go for black wire. This one is going to be black wire as well. This one's black wire. This one's black wire. He just literally plonked himself down next to me. This is my dog we're talking about, by the way. He's like, he's a husky mix. Black wire. We're going to go for the second stool as well. Black wire. Black wire. Just kind of keep some consistency to the colour palettes of the kitchen. And there we go. So that's what you should have at the moment. So this tabletop I wanted to do kind of like a wavy kind of wavy texture, but I'm going to do the floor first. So what you want to do, go new, we'll type in floor for this one. Let's go add, and we'll go brick texture. We're going to put the offset just as regular. Frequency is free. We'll turn the scale down. Brick height. Want to mess with the brick width, so I'm just going to make it square almost. Just scale that up just a little bit. Yeah, I think I might have the tiles on the floor just a little bit bigger than the tiles that are going to be on the wall. I think I might have brick on the wall. So we can mess around with the mortar size as well. So I'm going, instead of 0.02, I'm going to go 0.01. Let's see. I think that would be okay. And then we'll stick a bump in there as well. And then we will go colour ramp. And we can make this maybe, I don't know. So we got brown seats, we got kind of an orangey coppery kind of theme going on. Maybe we could do a little light brown. Just make it slightly metallic. As if it's been freshly mopped, so take the roughness down just slightly. The render doesn't really do it justice. We'll have black countertops. I think we'll do black for those ones. So instead of doing wire black, we're going to do like a kind of... I think we could use a Veroni texture. Or a wave texture. Wave texture might look quite good. So we'll go colour to colour base. Could distort this just slightly. It's kind of going for a marble effect, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't like it. I don't like that. It's too much, I think. Kind of have it like that. Maybe do add a colour ramp in the middle so we can kind of pull some of that colour a little bit. Oops. Colour ramp spelt the American way, not the British way. Because we have a U in ours. I don't know, that kind of looks good. If we add a noise texture, maybe to the detail. Kind of gives it that roughed up look. It's totally up to you how you'd like your cabinets though. I'm not liking this. I don't like it. I'm gonna get rid of this and put a Veroni in. I like the Veroni texture, it's nice. Just maybe make that up just a little bit more. Colour to scale, try that. I think mostly it's about experimenting with what you have and just seeing what works well for you. Kind of have this very light granite kind of look to them. You could also, just before colour ramp, add a bump just to pop that a little bit. So colour to height again. You could also make this slightly metallic. Take the roughness down. I don't wanna have it too darkly toned. I mean, I'm looking at kitchens at the minute on here, and they tend to be very kind of like wood coloured. The palette's more of a burnt palette, so we've kind of got like reds, oranges, blacks, browns, all that kind of stuff, and then it's white offset. I might keep the edges of the cabinet here a white offset. So we actually didn't put the top of the cabinets onto the top of these ones, so I'm just going to go Shift D. Just duplicate this over and then scale it so that it fits this cabinet. Scale it outwards. As far as I can go. Let me see. Scale, S for scale. Just bring that over. And then I'm going to go edit mode. Oops. Where did we go? Come on. There we go. Bring that over to that side, and then we'll do the face on this side, E for extrude. Just bring that over, and it should keep the same consistency because we've used a bevel. So now, in theory, we should have 2 black countertops and a white underlay, which we do. So now I'm going to put some little bits of lighting in here and maybe make some brick textures. Don't worry too much about your cabinets at the moment and adding detail. We can do that afterwards. It's fine. Let's go with, since we've got underlighting of a cylinder, maybe we want to go underlighting of a cylinder again and match the colours. See how that looks. Rotate this 90 degrees. Scale it across. Scale it down. G, and just then pull it to where you need it to be. Just bring that down, bring it across. Scale it across and then shrink it down again. Oh no, come on. Press G, just place it in the top there, scale it across. And then we can do the same to the other side as well. And if you want to, you can have your lighting here, and you can also have another lighting just here as well. I'm just going to place mine just here and then rotate it in 90 degrees. We go G, bring it across. Okay, so when we render that now, we should have a huge light spot right here, but it's okay, we're going to be filling that in. So you need to just find those again and assign them to the lighting, which should be, I'm pretty sure I put a texture to that light underneath. So this one, let's go orange offset light for that one, so we can find it again, so to speak. Yeah, orange offset. I have abbreviated orange, don't worry about it. I know I've abbreviated orange. It's just sometimes easier when you, whoa, okay, when you're trying to type stuff in. That is a little bit too much, because I selected the wrong thing. I wonder why that was working. Or not working, should I say. Right, here we go. Let's try again. Orange offset. Beautiful. That's how it should look. It is a little bit too much. I think it's too much. Maybe I can edit this just a little bit. Just put the roughness up. This is the tabletops I'm messing around with now. Okay, so perhaps I could do a fridge in one corner, and perhaps I could do, say, like a little stand where you've got microwaves and stuff like that. I'm just trying to think. Like, I've got props that I can put in the background, but I don't think we'll make the props today. If you guys have got props that you can amend, whatever it's called, yeah. So basically, if you want to insert things, you just go to here, append. Click on what you need, just go into your objects menu, everything should be there. If you've been following along with the tutorials and you've saved everything, you should have a good number of objects actually that we've made since January. So you should be okay with that. Let's get in here. The fridge. So I'm just going to place a block, and this will be where the fridge is going to sit. You can do like a little inset right there. Where are we going? Edit mode. You have one of those fridges that's contained within walls. I've seen this in New York. Many of the apartments there, they actually have spaces for fridges. You don't see anything like that in the UK. We just plonk our fridge in the kitchen, but New Yorkers do it a little bit differently. We also don't have utility rooms in the UK. We just put our washing machines and dryers in the kitchen. It's quite a shock when I have American friends coming over and they're like, "Oh my gosh, your washing machine's in your kitchen." Yep, because we don't have utility rooms. We don't have aircon as well. We just have heating. We have central heating. The closest that we have to aircon, I mean, you can get aircon around here, but it's generally not used as much. It's not wildly as popular, so to speak. So this is going to be like shelves and stuff right here. Just try to get that in. Edit mode. G, bring it down, and then we will just Control R. Bring that over. Just like got some shelves in here. And then we'll go to ether extrude with these ones. So I'll just make a big shelf there, little shelves, and then a little shelf. Ether extrude. Shade that one smooth. Oh, come on. And maybe we can have some lighting in here as well, just to kind of brighten it up. So for these little cupboard spaces right here, I'm going to go back to the layout mode actually, so you guys can see what I'm doing. We'll go to edit mode, Control R, just get that around there. And then just split it in the middle just there, split it in the middle just there. And then what we can do with these is, if you were inclined, I'm just going to loop cut that just in the middle again. If you were inclined, you could have maybe an animation or something like that where they can open the doors to the cupboards, which is pretty neat. Just do one side at a time, ether extrude. So I think I want to just turn these lights up as well. Just give them a little bit more power. And then maybe we could put some little lights in here, and then some lights on the outside just around here. So we've kind of got this light pollution coming into the frame too. I'm just going to place a camera right here, I think. Just offset that just slightly. This is what we should have already, minus the roof. What are you chewing on? What is that? Oh, looks like I'm gonna have to chase my dog. Can I have it? Where's your ball? Go find your ball. Yeah, where's your ball? Where's your ball at? Can I get your ball? Can I get your ball? Hey, go to... What's this, boy? What's this? What's this? Ready? Distracting from something else. He's chewing something that you shouldn't have. G, bring that down. I'm just going to let it render out just a little bit so I can see what's going on with this, see what I can edit afterwards. I think I want some beams in here as well. Get some beams in the kitchen. That'd be pretty cool. But I think those cabinets are a little bit too low. So with this as well, I think I made a teapot and a kettle. I can actually put these in. You know what, I might actually put them in whilst I'm on here. If you guys want the tutorials for any wine glasses or anything like that, I do have a plethora, so to speak, of tutorials where we make random things, where I make random things, so to speak. So you can stick those inside of this scene as well. Okay, yeah, I think I'm happy with this, but I want this lighting right here inside of that cupboard. So I'm just going to go Shift D, bring it across, and then just kind of squish it down a little bit, bring it forward. Just so much. Listen, I have to take the ball to throw it. Right. Let me put this light in him. G. Pull that up. And then the lighting should look something like this. I think it's too much. I think we need a little bit more of a dark background in the back there. For sure. Or maybe we could have the ceiling as black. Maybe that could be a thing. Let's try that out. Let's go for black wire. Just offset that kitchen a little bit. And maybe the floor as well could be a darker tone. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go into shading for that one. Hi. Hello. I don't know if you guys can see this. Hold on. If I just... Wait, I'm going the wrong way. Wait. Hi. Hello. You saying hello? Huh? You saying hello? Yeah. He's come up onto my chair. Is that... excuse me, monsieur? One second. My dog's helping out with the CG today. Let's go back to layout. Let's see how that looks. I kind of took inspiration from some of these French kitchens that are online at the moment. So you've kind of got this burnt kind of texture kind of look going on. Very kind of modernistic kind of theme. Does anyone remember like when there was actually a colour palette for things like this? Nowadays everything's just so boring. It's all greys and stuff like that, and you know, I think we need another light just under here. Okay, let's go with this light right here. Shift D, bring it down. I just realised these lights aren't even going all the way across, so select them both. Just move them across. So on this wall right here, I'm gonna go with Shift D, bring it out a little bit. Oh, sorry, you can't because it's an L shape. Let's go with rotates 90 degrees. If you guys can hear that, it's him ripping up his tennis ball. Coats, baby. Right, G, move that across. I just want to test the colours with this on the back. We're going to do brick, so let's go with the shading tab. Go new, and we're going to go brick. Quota, baby. You have to do that right now. Colour to base colour. Make sure you are on the render kind of tab so we can see what's going on. I don't think I brought that forward as far as I thought I did. Oh, there we go. Just have to get it so that it's just there. Yes. Okay, so let's get this brick width just down just slightly. Sorry. I will grab that off him in 2 seconds. Hey! Hey! Can I have that? Oh, pass me that ball. Oh, give me that ball. Right. That is the typical torn up tennis ball. I kid you not. Right. Let's go with brick width of 0.2. Maybe 0.1. I kind of like it. I kind of like it the way that it's like this. I can make this slightly metallic actually. I've kind of like one of those funky backgrounds. But I do want a bump node so we can catch some of that light. So let's go with bump. Let's go color to height, and then we'll go color node. Oh, sorry, color ramp. Color ramp even. Why am I saying color node? So yeah, we kind of got this little bit of brick going on. Metallic up, do you mind? Yeah, I kind of like that actually. I'm just going to go ahead and take that roughness down. Just by slight, so we've kind of got that nice kitchen glare going on. And I'm going to take this light as well and just scale that upwards, scale it out. Right, okay, we can place this at the other side as well. So if we select this, Shift D, rotate 90 degrees, then G, bring it back. And then we should be left with something that looks like this. Just let it render in. Trust the process. Let it render in. Excuse me. Oh, well, that didn't survive very well. Yeah, let me show them. So, you remember the tennis ball that I showed you about 2 seconds ago? That's the same tennis ball. I kid you not. He's just torn it up. See what we can do with this. No, I want it going that way, that way. It doesn't show up as well on that side for some reason. I think what I'm doing is I'm just slightly clipping it in. So I just bring this forward, just press G, and this light that's back here, if I bring that forward, hopefully, oh come on, there we go, should be fine. I think that should be right. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that looks good. It is kind of an offset lighting, and I don't really understand why it's coming through so white on this side and not on this side. It's kind of a bit of a weird one, but it works. If it sits, it fits. It fits, it sits. Whatever the phrase is. Oh, it looks better from that angle, actually. Just turn the tones down just slightly, maybe that'll help. Also, we have a clipping light right here. Kind of a lightsaber going on. Let's see, just scale it down a little bit. I think that should be correct. So when you place all of your stuff in here, I'm going to end the tutorial very soon because this is just supposed to be kind of an empty kitchen tutorial. When you do add your stuff in here, just append it inside and place it where you need it to be, really. I'll fill my kitchen and then I'll show you the end results. I'll come back with the magical power of video editing. But with the magical power of video editing as well, I've forgotten to do something. This bar should be silver at the bottom. Let's go with new. Metallic, take that roughness down. And then I should have this as brown. So that's selected. Hold on. Just going to do a box select upon this. Get all these faces in. Then this one, if we go to materials, new, assign, new, this should be a brown. So make sure that's assigned. And render, make it slightly, just slightly metallic, maybe a bit lighter. Oh, we haven't put the doors on either. I need to put the doors on the cabinets. That's what it was missing. I was thinking, like, what's it missing? Like, what did I not do? Let's go with G. Just move this across. Make some basic doors. Scale this in. Scale it outwards a little bit. And want to put edit front face, E for extrude, scale it inwards. E for extrude, just go down a little bit, scale it inwards. E for extrude, go out a little bit, scale it inwards. And then E for extrude, scale in, and then E for extrude again, and then just scale in. Just kind of make a little fancy door. And then we could go ahead and add a little UV sphere. G, bring it over. Come on. Let's get it roughly the size of your door. And then we'll go with brass colour. And then this one can be, what do you think, a dark wire? A dark wire could be good with that one. Take these two, press G, and just start placing doors on places where you've got holes. Just scale them down. So when you do Shift D with this one, just press mirror, and then I think it should be Y, yeah. So you can do doors like that. Rotate by 90, and then rotate by 180. Press G, move it over. We can move this to back here. Let's get that relatively flush. Shift D. For that door, then Shift D again. Shift D. Now we've got this nice little arrangement of doors on there. With this nice little trim as well, and we've got these brass kind of handles for each door. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start filling the kitchen with a few things, and then I will come back with the magic of video editing and show you what I've got. So yeah, I'll see you in like 2 seconds. Okay, so what I did was I've got some stuff from my previous projects that I've made. So these are all glasses. These are all the little apples that I made. These were brilliant actually. I really liked these. So what we've got is a series of wine glass apples, and we've got a little bowl here as well. So what I'm gonna do is start placing things inside. So this is the append stuff where you can put objects into Blender. So we could have, say, a little fruit bowl right here. I've not even added a sink to this. So we could have a fruit bowl right here. We could maybe have another one here. Maybe someone had a little bit of a party and didn't bother to clean up very well. We could get these apples right here. Press G, bring them down. Scale them. We could maybe put them in the middle of the table. Or maybe we could put a few on the side too. So some tiny little apples just dotted around. So with this kitchen kind of sink right here, I could put the sink just there. So I'm trying to think of the best way to do this actually, because you've got this cabinet kind of thing going on. So if I go to edit mode, I just Control R and just kind of roughly space out where I put a sink. Then maybe we could go into X-ray mode, take this face and this face, E for extrude, bring them down. And then we got the problem of the underneath part right there. Let's get off this X-ray mode. So yeah, you've kind of got this problem here. So if we loop cut just where we have the sink, hopefully I can just press E for extrude and boom, we've got a sink. So at this point we could take this part, so we could go edit mode, take the base all the way around. I kind of clipped it a little bit. see if I can get that back piece. Yep, I think I can. Hopefully I could just get that one. So I can actually pull this one back actually. We could do assign a silver just to this part. Metallic. Take down the roughness a little bit. Hopefully we should have a little bit of a sink kind of looking area. So with the objects as well, we've got little objects on the table, makes it look a little bit more lived in. And we can add some taps at the back, I think. So with taps, maybe we could go with, just trying to think here. Let's go with a cylinder. We go G to the back, bring it up, scale it down, just bring it up a little bit. We could have one of those dual American taps where you can kind of change the temperature. In the UK we have two taps. One's hot, one's cold, and if you don't time it correctly, you'll burn your fingers. It's kind of a weird concept to say because with modern technology especially, and health and safety rules and stuff like that, burning your fingers should be a thing of the past, but alas, yeah, we don't have the American styled sinks. Really, we say American styled, they're probably all over the world, but we'll just do kind of a basic tap kind of thing going on. Shift D, scale that down, let's make it a little bit bigger. So I'm just going to put this a silver kind of theme. I think I just put the floor in there. Oops. Yeah, but we don't have the fancy taps that you guys have. I think it definitely clips that then. Okay, so what did we not? Oh, we didn't do the wine glasses. Something in the back of my mind was like, you missed something. Let's take a few of these wine glasses. Put these on the side. If you guys want the tutorial to this, it is on my channel. Just type in the wine glass tutorial on my page. It should be there. Alternatively, if I can fit it in, I'll place the links as well within this video or at the bottom of the video. Just kind of, I did this wrong. I should have brought them all down and then scaled them, but alas. Right, so we got some used wine glasses right up at the back here. Oops, we clipped. Let's get that just there. Okay, so from the view of the camera, if I just go into layout, this is what we should end up with. Just click that off. Sorry. I just I had some wine glasses clicks on then. Oopsie. So yeah, this is the kitchen design that you should be left with. I will do for the front of this just the snapshot of what's going on right now, and I'll leave the focus off it. I did want to put a fridge right here, but I'm gonna leave it the way that it is. So you kind of got this basic kitchen going on. Because I don't have a model of a fridge at the moment. I could make something basic, but I don't want to ruin the kind of aesthetic that's going on, because it's going to take a little bit longer to make something like that. I haven't actually made an American fridge yet. I don't believe so. So maybe that's the next project that I could look at doing, for sure. But yeah, if you guys build this, this is where your fridge goes. Yeah, so if you guys enjoyed the tutorial, please like, subscribe, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. What's up, bud? Huh?